She used to light up when you texted. Now, silence. The warmth has turned cold, but you know it isn't gone, not entirely. You're left wondering, why does she pull away if she still has feelings? Here's the Stoic truth most men never learn. A woman can ignore you even when her heart is still screaming your name. But only one kind of man will ever handle this right: the grounded Stoic man. Let's uncover 7 cold truths behind her emotional distance and exactly how a masculine, emotionally disciplined man should respond. 1. She's drowning in her own emotions. Love doesn't always feel like butterflies. Sometimes it hits like a flood, chaotic, uncontrollable, terrifying. When a woman feels too much, she may shut down, not because she doesn't care, but because she cares more than she knows how to handle. The Stoic man doesn't chase her storm. He remains the calm in it. He gives her the space to settle herself, knowing real connection returns when there's room to breathe. 2. She's probing for emotional control. This isn't about cruelty, it's about certainty. When she pulls away, she's watching. Will you collapse? Will you start seeking her approval? Will you abandon your principles just to get her attention? You don't pass the test by chasing. You pass by standing firm. A Stoic man doesn't sway with the emotions of others. He leads with presence, not panic. 3. She's scared of losing power. In a world of power dynamics and emotional games, sometimes distance is her only armor. Falling for you might make her feel weak, vulnerable, exposed. So she retreats, not to punish you, but to preserve a feeling of control. But here's the shift. The grounded man doesn't need control. He lets go. He doesn't force closeness. He simply walks with quiet strength and lets her come back by choice, not pressure. 4. She's battling the fear of dependency. Some women are warriors of independence. When love creeps in, it clashes with their identity. Suddenly they crave your voice, your presence, your leadership, and that scares them. So they step back to prove they don't need you. A weaker man panics. A Stoic man, he respects the distance. He keeps building his empire, and in doing so, he becomes even more magnetic. 5. She's silently watching your reaction. Sometimes her silence isn't emotional, it's intentional. She wants to know, will you lose composure? Will you chase her like the others did? Or will you continue living like a man with purpose? The Stoic man doesn't respond with need. He continues in the mission, because the only thing louder than words is disciplined silence. 6. She's waiting to see if you're different. Her past still whispers. She's been let down, lied to. So when something real begins, fear resurfaces. She distances herself not to hurt you, but to see if you'll flinch. Do you lose control? Do you turn weak? Or do you remain still observant, unshaken? That's where you prove who you are, not through words, but through presence. 7. She's trying to feel powerful again. When emotions get too deep, some women feel like they're losing the upper hand. So they pull back not because they're done, but because they're scared of how far they've fallen. This is where 95% of men fail. They chase, they convince, they lose their edge. But the Stoic man refuses to beg. He doesn't need to be chosen. He stands as the choice. What you should never do. Let's be clear. Silence can be pain, but it can also be manipulation. Don't confuse Stoicism with passivity. Here's what you never do. Don't double text. Don't explain yourself endlessly. Don't lurk on her social media hoping for crumbs. Your dignity is your discipline. Let her speak through actions, and you speak through stillness. Because love that demands chasing isn't love. It's control. What the Stoic man does instead, he sees the distance but doesn't fear it. He observes, adjusts, and returns to purpose. He doesn't chase, he builds. He doesn't react, he refines. And most of all, he never hands his power to someone unsure of his worth. Here's the hard truth. Sometimes, women ignore the man they love because their feelings scare them. But how you respond will decide whether they come back with respect or vanish with regret. So ask yourself, are you the man she returns to, or the one she teaches herself to forget? If this message hit you in the gut, don't just scroll past. Subscribe for deeper Stoic wisdom. And remember, love isn't won by chasing, it's earned by becoming the man who doesn't chase because he knows he is the prize.